What's going on, guys? Overman back again, and in today's video we're going to talk about a weapon that's very similar to the fan favorite Fatebringer. What made Fatebringer so special in year 1 was that it was the only hand cannon in the game with the perk Firefly, and as of right now in year 2 Destiny there is a weapon for sale in the tower that's a hand cannon with the Firefly perk. So let's take a look at it. So you'll just come over to the future war cult vendor and you can pick this one up. It's called the Vanity hand cannon, and you can see the first bonus is luck in the chamber. This is a nice bonus because it's going to give you a little bit of extra bonus damage, and more damage is always good in PvE. The next perk you get is extended mag. That's nice. One extra bullet in the mag is okay. It's not the biggest deal in the world, but it's a little bit extra DPS, which of course is nice in PvE. And the perk you can choose besides that is oiled frame. It's going to give you a faster reload with reduced range. I wouldn't recommend this because hand cannons got hit hard with a range nerf, so I wouldn't lower it anymore. So I just leave it as is and I keep the extra DPS with extended mag. And finally, here's the money perk. It's Firefly. Precision kills with this weapon will cause the target to explode. Now this is great for crowd control and clearing up minions. If you've used Fatebringer already, you know that, and if you haven't, well, trust me on this one, it does. It's great for crowd control and it's probably one of the most useful perks in the entire game. Now there is a perk underneath that one, and it's Eye of the Storm. This weapon is gonna be more accurate as your health gets lower. I don't really mess with this because the Vanity has really high stability as is, and I find that Firefly is just more useful. So let's talk about why I think this weapon is so good, and that's mostly because DPS. It has some pretty decent DPS. There's gonna be some hand cannons out there probably with larger magazine sizes, which is going to allow that weapon to have increased DPS, but this one's got luck in the chamber, so one bullet will do 33% extra damage, and that's always nice. And then you got Firefly, which is gonna do AoE damage, which is great for crowd control, like I said. Overall, these three perks make for a weapon that's gonna have a little bit better DPS. It's not the hugest difference in the world, but honestly, man, fighting against the Taken, you want everything you can possibly get against those bastards because they have some OP ass abilities, and this is how I choose to fight them. Now, the second thing about the Taken is that the crit spots are different. So I'm gonna show you some clips where I'm fighting some Taken Vex, and you'll notice that I'm shooting them in the head, specifically in that eye looking thing, and you can shoot them right there, and Firefly will proc because that's their new crit spot when they're taken. So you don't have to worry about shooting their belly button and missing, because a lot of times I miss when I was shooting normal Vex. So you have a little bit of an easier time hitting that crit spot, and like I said, you just want as much DPS as possible when you're dealing with these fuckers because the abilities that these guys have are super duper annoying and borderline OP, so hit them with whatever you got. Now I also want to mention that there is a scout rifle for sale from I think the Dead Orbit vendor that has Firefly, so if you want to go the scout rifle route, you can go pick that up from the Dead Orbit vendor. Also, I'd like to mention that this weapon can be very useful in this week's Nightfall. When you're fighting in that pit, there's going to be a ton of Thrall running around, so one shot to the head can clear out a group of Thrall because of the Firefly explosion. Also, this is just going to be a very solid weapon all around to keep with you, and it's probably going to last you throughout the Taken King because, you know, it's a hand cannon with Firefly. You can't go wrong with that. Now, the only thing wrong with this weapon is it's 280 damage, and that is not the max. You're going to find weapons out there in the wild with greater attack. I just opened up an engram and got an auto rifle with like 290 something damage, and from looking at the raid weapons, they have over 300 damage. So what I'm thinking is you use this gun, and when you go into the raid and get a shitty weapon that you don't want or a duplicate, simply infuse it into this one and you're gonna have a pseudo Fatebringer. It's gonna have that high damage because you've infused it, and it's gonna have these great perks. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. It's been a long time since I did a weapon review because I've been shitting on Destiny for a while, so I guess it's nice to get back into it. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to smash that like button, and if you're not feeling too shy, drop a comment down below and let me know what's the first weapon that you want to or have already bought from the tower. This is my first weapon, and I think for the next one I'm going with a shotgun. But that's it for me though, guys. Overman out.